Yes.
I change not.
I change it not.
Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed.
That is why you are not consumed. If I have changed, you have been taken out. And I told you, the only thing that upholds the nature of God that would not change. Lamentations chapter 3, verse 20.
My soul has them still in remembrance, and is humbled in me. This I recall to mind.
And I recall to mind.
Therefore have I hope. It is of the Lord's mercy.
It is of the Lord's mercy
that we are not consumed.
That we are not consumed.
For his compassion faileth not.
His compassion fails not.
They are new every morning.
He renews them, everybody.
Great is thy faithfulness.
Very good. I change it not. That's what that means. My mercy continues. And my compassion cannot fail. Because left to you, us as human beings, we are variables. We are always at variance. A lot of us, I said it 2 days ago. A lot of us, we have a path, a way that negates our nature. You are looking for God in His greatness. You must walk according to your nature. How do I mean nature? I said the mercy of God held that we will not be consumed. It is in the Lord's mercy that God will not change. It was because of His mercy that He remains the way He is. Because were it not for the mercy of God, you know, Celeste said, "Anu Papa Tifel, Kiyo Tugo Maturamo, Bukerudo Ajakanyaro, Ati Kondu Tisumo." He still said in the place that, láìpẹ́ àdúrópin fíkà àjẹ́ òrìṣà sí. Take away mercy. You see God in a very, very upward mood. Remove mercy from your relationship with God. You are out. That we sin regularly. God is a God that does not permit sin. Shebi is only a simple 4-3. But you know, some of you are quick to say, it's not only this thing. You don't try to do it, if not for His mercy. 2 things will consume. God can consume you. He can give it to your enemy to take you out. But for His mercy, it remains. Despite the fact that you are yoked. You know the second lesson talking about the net.
Yes.
They brought out everything, but they will be separated. That net is a means to tell you are yoked together. The only thing Paul pointed out in the yoking system is be not unequally yoked. It didn't say be not yoked because he understands you are yoked. If you want to see God, like I was saying, in His faithfulness, in His true picture, in His awesomeness. You know, some of us will say, God is so awesome, God is so great. But we say it by our lips. Like I told you, I said when you want to praise God, the praising of God you have in your mouth is such that some people are dead, some people are in accidents, some people are head broken, leg broken, bone broken, some people are mad, some people are roaming the street, they don't have food, but we have food, we are ill and empty, That's why we are praising. We are not despising them, but we are glorifying you. That is silly glory. It does not belong to God. Without glory, God does not have any bearing with it. Thank God for things that are higher than you, because God is higher. You want to expect what is higher, you thank Him for the higher. You want to expect Him in the lower, okay, keep thanking Him in the lower. He will keep you there. The day you learn to begin to think of something that is ahead, above, then it begins to take you above. But the more you continue to look at something that is beneath, below, don't worry, you begin to, it's always two ways. Two ways, above or beneath. I am the Lord, I change not. That's why you are not consumed. But you are robbing me. How would you rob God? You rob God when you begin to get entangled by the nature of those you are yoked with. You rob God. God is saying you are a peculiar nation. You are walking an ordinary way, in an ordinary manner. I made an illustration because it was 2-3 days ago that I began this work, and it taught me thoroughly Friday into yesterday. I made an illustration of the Israelites. God, since the day they were needy, although they are born, they are chosen of God, but they never became peculiar until they were brought out. Their peculiarity, God said, Israel is my son, my first son. Let my son go to worship me. If you don't, I'll kill your son, even your first son. And then the day God killed his first son of Egypt, Israel was transposed and transformed, and they became a peculiar people. So God began to take them through the abnormal routes, the peculiar routes. There was a way along the Amorites that will take them through like that. It's so easy way to Mount Sinai. But God said, no, I need you to evolve. So He took them through the sea. If you look at the testimony of Rahab, the only thing that threatens every nation, that every nation will recognize the peculiarity of the God of Israel, is that He took them through the Red Sea. Rahab told the spies, the day we saw, we heard about what your God did as He took you through.
Well, I've heard how the Lord dried up the water out of the Red Sea for you.
Yeah.
When you came out of Egypt.
And
what you did unto the two kings of Amorites.
Yes.
That were on the other side Jordan. Sihon and Og. Whom you utterly destroyed.
Yes.
And as soon as we heard these things, our hearts did melt.
That's all.
Neither did there remain any more courage in any man because of you. For the Lord your God is God in heaven above and in earth beneath.
What to announce you is the peculiarity of your God. So when He says, I change it not, and you say you are peculiar, all this nonsense quotation, you are a peculiar nation, only people, only nation, only priesthood, all this naughty quotation, you don't even know it. God did not call it peculiar people. He only called it peculiar nation of priests unto Him. What did He tell you? That's why I said, you are putting Bible in your head, trying to cram it and using it for God. He will tell you, were you part of those days? Because did I God telling me something? Papa told me, if you abide in what I said, whatever will stand against you will fail. And I began to prosper like that. And I say, God, you have said, if we stand in your word, you will say, hey. Who told you that one? That's why sometimes when I want to pray, I say, you that told me. That's my own. Baba that this. I'm under Baba. I listened to him and I followed him. Raise your hand for me. He will come up. If you have told God you that said Israel is the peculiar nation, you are the God of Israel. I'm sure you are the God of Oshoffa. Come forth to my aid. That's a very... He didn't tell you what you are quoting. He didn't tell you when you go through fire. He didn't tell you. He gave the name. If you say God will see you through fire, you will die. But the one that... let's say, ọba tó pàṣẹ fún àwọn ẹyẹ ìwò láti wà fi àkàrà tẹ̀rọ nínú ọwọ́ òní ènìyàn lẹ́bà òdòdó dájọ́ rántí àwa ti kéde ọ́. It is it. Ọba tó gbọ́ ẹkùn Elizabeth àwa ọmọ rẹ̀ wojú rẹ̀ fọmọ rere ṣe rántí wa ọba olùpèsè. That's the line. Satan does not claim, God does not want you to claim what is not yours. Ní wo yí ọdún tuntun, ìwọ yóò fọmọ ṣeré, ìlérí ìfàwọ̀gàn. That is the line in God. Don't deceive yourself. Put the Bible in your head and quote your name there. The one that spoke will say, I did not say it to you. I changed it not. But you want to tap into it. Just point to me, you said to these people that this. Come to my aid. I need you that said that thing, say this is me. And he will resume and show his peculiarity. You are measured by the peculiarity of your God. You have no value without the show of your God. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They told the king, we don't have anything to say to what you have said. But our God, whom we serve, is able. But if you would not, don't worry, we would not worship that idol. And the king said, told them in. And as soon as the fire could not burn them because their God was there, and the king could see the representation of their God, he said, every nation and kingdom that will not worship the God of Shadrach, Meshach, not the God of Daniel.
And Nebuchadnezzar spake and said, blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Why did he not have Daniel?
Who has sent his angel and delivered his servants that trusted in him, and have changed the king's word and yielded their bodies, that they might not serve nor worship any God except their own God. Therefore I make a decree.
It's a decree.
That every people, nation, and language,
yes,
which speak anything amiss against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, shall be cut in pieces.
That word is by the mouth of the king, the overall king of the earth. As at that time, that word remains till today. You speak amiss against this God, you are in trouble. There was no king like him. He ruled the whole world. His vision operates till today in the world. It was his dream that he forgot that Daniel brought out that is running the world till now. The protocols you have in the world today was by this king. So if that mouth says, whoever speak amiss against the, oh my God, that is the way you catch prayers. By the mouth of the king of the world. Let the court stand, let anything stand. You said, if anybody speak amiss, let them be caught, let them be caught. You have judged, following the judgment that was done by God. Yes, talk to me.
Shall be cut in pieces, and their houses shall be made a dunghill, because there is no other God that can deliver this sort.
The only one who could speak on behalf for and on behalf of the whole world, the earth. You don't understand?
Yes.
The devil spoke for and on behalf of the whole world against God. He took man away. God used the same children of the devil to revert the kingdom back to himself, so that every man would know it was his dream. And then he said that the living may know that the Most High rule in the kingdom of men. The same person. In the whole world, there has not been two kings that rule the whole world like Nebuchadnezzar. In history of this world that began from Adam till date, no two kings ever reigned like this king. Other kings have provinces. They have nations under them. But no, this one, he rules the whole world as one man. And God threw him down and make him eat grass like the beast. You don't understand? God humiliated the head of the whole world and said, I decide whatever happens in that territory, it is mine. The earth is the Lord's. I changed it. That is God talking. I changed it. I guess by this token, you would understand the way you pray.
Yes.
You see the errors in your prayers.
Yes.
Because when you begin to go down to God, I say, I have seen prayers in heaven where they will just put them aside. And I told you severally that you don't know how to pray. Because when you go back to God, you have said in your word that you will be with me in fire, and you see, I didn't tell you. You're even lying. But you say you told these people that you be with them. And by the same token, you called this man. So you see, you have linked him.
Yes.
If you are the same person, aid me, help me. You say, I know I am the same person. I am. Yes, what do you want? Then you attend to your mother. That's why he cannot fail me, because he trained me. He has never failed me. For I have no record of failure in the journey with him. I have no record of disappointment. I can't be disappointed. I told him if I pray, if he doesn't want to answer me, you say, that one, I'm not going to do it. I said, why now? Okay, if you are not doing it, give me something that you know will help me. He said, no, that's no problem. I'll give you this thing. But he will not give me, and he will not answer me. I will not talk. No, it has never happened. No. I stand before him. That's why you see me, I am always at rest. As if there is no problem, because there is no problem. If I have the greater one speaking at all times, why do I need to trouble myself? That is my joy. The day you know he does not change. And he said, return to me and I will return to you. Yes. It is you in your mentality. You have joined yourself. You went and warring after the unbelievers. You went and warring after the wicked. Call no. And when you Jeremiah chapter 10, he said, don't learn the chapter 10.
Learn not the way of the heathen.
Don't learn the way of the heathen.
Be not dismayed at the signs of
Because he knows you have your way. You have a peculiar way. Only a peculiar people can have a peculiar way. You cannot be an ordinary people and walk the peculiar way. It's not possible. That's why for the servants that are not of Abraham, that are born in his house or bought with his money, for them to learn the peculiar way, God said they must be circumcised. For anybody to walk in the way that you born in Sele will walk, he must come back into the church and be baptized. He can't be outside and begin to walk your way. No, God is not confused. God is not confused. But you know the problem? It is you that is called peculiar, that wants to learn and walk the ordinary way. You will be disappointed because the ordinary people, they are struggling with their way. You are not going to stop in any form. Now the wicked will be, yes. There are the unbelievers around you, no problem. That people will malign you or talk evil or do evil against you, there's no problem. As long as you walk in the peculiar way, you will not be disappointed. When you will talk, you say, blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He has forgotten Daniel. And when the time of Daniel came, the king said, Daniel, the servant of the Most High, is your God whom you serve day and night able to save you? And he heard the voice out of the lion's den from yesterday to today, the voice of a man. And the king said, wow, of a truth, your God sent his angel and delivered you. He said, go and bring those idiots who reported you. Daniel was the chief president. There were three that were chief president. He was number one. He had two others who are not of peculiarity. He had 200 or 300 satraps who were working with them. All of them came together. Where was Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Were they part of them? No. They gathered themselves and said, except by the law of his God, you cannot find any occasion against him. I said you have measured. Your value is according to the show of the peculiarity of your God. If your God is showing nothing, you have no value. So when you hear me say maximize the use of your God, and you think in yourself, it doesn't matter. You know, some of you, when I say go, throw it back to God, you are so complacent. What do I need to throw back to God? Baba has spoken. There is no need. You think you are lazy. No. You are without value. When problem comes, that's when you know you have no value. That's why I love mathematics. In mathematics, there is such a topic. It's a topic in mathematics. They call place value. Decimal place value. Significant figure, place value, standard form. Those three, they are part of my new book. Relationship with God. Mathematical approach. Your value is in the show of the peculiarity of your God. That's why the king can say, no, the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, nobody. What did that king say in chapter 6 of Daniel?
Then Darius wrote unto all the people, nations, and languages that dwell in all the earth, that peace be multiplied unto you. I make a decree that in every dominion of my kingdom, men tremble and fear before the God of Daniel.
Nebuchadnezzar made one decree.
Yes.
Darius is making another decree. When it pertains to God, it's always a decree. That's why they say, Ba 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 la she, Ashe lo love. It was a decree. And you see, the decree is one of the modulus operandi of the military. Yes, sir. Of the soldiers. They don't make constitution and they are not interested. They make decree. What does that mean? That thing cannot be changed. You contravene with that. changeth not. You have robbed me because they told you some things. You copied those who are without. You copied the people of the normal way. You copied the people of the ordinary method, the ordinary way. He said, learn not the way, or it's about the way. Learn not the way of the heathen, neither be dismayed
by the signs
of heaven. For
the heathen are dismayed at them.
They are dismayed. You know, when said to not today, we are dismayed. When you do anything now, and you just see rainbow says you jump up, hallelujah, God is there. Our rainbow has passed that one. The day rainbow came down for SBG, our rainbow is past rainbow upstairs. The day rainbow came down, any rainbow that cannot touch down. It's like the day we took Olimiri to London. I took Olimiri to London, and we did the first service. People daily use that of service because there was a double rainbow. Me, I've never seen it before all my life. I've only seen one. One shot in the air. This one was double rainbow and it touched the ground. It was on the TV. Double rainbow. None of the commentators said they have seen it before. That's the first time only we got to London. We celebrated that in London. And now she needs to look at one small rainbow upstairs and say, me? No. I've seen rainbow downstairs twice. I've seen double rainbow touch the ground once. Do I need to fly up again? God is saying, I do different things. I do things that are peculiar. You understand? When you operate His way, He does peculiar things. When you walk in your way before Him, according to the nature, according to what He called you, I tell you the truth, He will do things that will give you your value. But when you walk out of course, He will refrain His hands, and then your enemy will get hold of you. He said, I changed it. Though you are yoked, you should learn what I give you. He said, you are robbing me. Tithe and offering. I know that should not be a preaching for this house. Yes, I know that should not be a preaching for this house. Because if anybody now still robs, Akan will kill himself. No, that's true. Akan will not kill anybody in this house. Because me, I'm not even ready to follow anybody except his voice. So before I say let's do, I've already said, what are we? Are you in agreement? They say yes. Okay, they are good. Listen. Check yourselves. God is saying I changed it, but He's bringing something I should admit. It's how to do something. You only need to change your mentality. There are so many things we commit in error. So many things. But may God forgive us.
Amen. In Jesus' name.
So whatever you do that's against the truth, revert back. Check, and know the truth. Check yourself. You will die to check yourself. How can we have celebrated our greatest icon? We have great icons all over, but the greatest icon, we have just celebrated him. God is saying, I changed them, but you cannot be consumed because I changed them. Now, don't now stay in that consummation. Go forward. I must have what belongs to you. And I cannot be consumed, no problem. But I don't want to just leave. You know, by theology, they say Jacob caused Reuben. And then Moses changed the course for Reuben. But no, Moses didn't smoke. He didn't touch the course. I was talking to one of them. He said, the Bible said, Moses said, let his Reuben leave. I said, Jacob said, should I? He said, you shall not accept. I said, yeah, tell me where Reuben accept. When in the days of Deborah, they say, by the time of Reuben, there are many thoughts of heart. He will look upon them. Will he reach it? I say, as Moses not prayed. He said, learn the truth. Jacob said something. He will take Abraham to change it. He will take Isaac to rebut it, not Moses. Let God pour the whole of anointing of heaven on Moses. God will say, it's like you saying, me, I can change what SBJ said. It's not crazy. He will take Jesus. Joshua said, Jericho, whoever will build the wall again, he will begin it with his first, and it happened. Time does not change the word. That's why Papa can say, oh, Lord, time does not change. They don't change with time. They are stable. It takes a greater force to upturn and annul the effect of the words. So be overseen. That's why if we have the greatest icon that celebrated, don't take your time for granted. You don't understand? Don't take your time for granted. We have just celebrated you. Therefore, what did you do? Talk to me. I told you, why I'm doing all these things, I want to be free. I want you to be free as I am free. I don't have anybody who I will say, come and pray for me. But when I go before you, no matter the force, I will make them into soup. I begin to take them in. SJ died. The one that prayed for me, he left. Guess what? His word continued with me. And I'm still in the word. So one day I will die. I will die.
You die.
Okay. Where will you be? That's why I'm giving you the mentality of freedom. He gave me that mentality. Where you will not be dependent on me to receive things from you. You will not need me. You only need to hold on to what I said. Jomi, you only need to hold on to what I said and say, he told me. At first, it was you that told me that he was your boy. And then your boy told me that. He said, yes, he said so. He will do that. That's the beauty of selling. That's the beauty of the truth as he gave me. without anybody, he can stand. Where you become a champion of war. I was saying it in the Lamentations yesterday. I said David only learned to use the stones. But when he became a champion, the only sword he used in his days was the sword of Goliath. The sword of Saul. Saul, he defeated. Saul, he downtrodden. Saul, he rejected. David did not touch his sword. But he saw the sword of the champion. He grabbed that one. It was his. Even the champion of the Eden, the uncircumcised. Champion is champion. You, the child of God, you are not a champion. And you want me to follow your sword, to hold on to your word. No, I can't. You must show me you are a champion. Before what you are giving becomes relevant. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I changed that not. So he said, I changed that not. So that is why you are not consumed. It was his mercy. Irrespective of your sin and your compassion. His compassion. Irrespective of your faltering. He remained. God will always renew himself. Mercy to do àwọn ẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀ wákàtí yìí ẹ pa wá dá. Láìpẹ́ àánú yóò dópin, fìkà àjẹ́ òrìṣà sílẹ̀, Kristi yóò bá wa dá. Paul will say in English, say by two things which God cannot lie. Two things, his mercy, his compassion. God cannot lie. When they say he lies, when they say lie, you want to sleep. When they say lie, you know what lie means? Lie is not about what you say. Lie is about you define what you say. You say, I'll be with you. The day you turn away, you are a liar. You say, I'll do that thing. The day you refrain from doing that thing, God is so loud-mouthed to say, I'll be with you till the end of age. He has calculated your sins. He has calculated your infirmities. He has calculated your iniquities. And then he saw himself, I'll be with you till the end of age. What does that mean? I'll renew my mercy and compassion because you are a stupid person. I'll renew myself. You know, that beginning, ironu and when you run, you know what that means? Eh? You
just manage yourself.
No manage. You forbear.
Yeah.
No problem. He says, you are in pain.
You are pain.
But that pain will not change what you have said. That's the way God deals with all of this. So when he looks at himself, he says, where's this guy disappointing? I've said what I will say. So you will watch his word. I said I'll be with you. You will watch that word until fulfilled. Where the enemy will get you will not be on that word he said. They will get you by your own action. So when he stands and you go away from him and you go after another God, that's not his territory. He will say, did they get you in my hand? That's why I say, let not marriage occur between you and them, because they will take you away from me. The moment you go out of my territory, I don't have a problem. I changed it not. In pain, I say have mercy. How many of you do in pain have mercy? You just say, so me too, I have my problem. Is it not me? It's not only you that have problem. Me too, I have problem. You think I have? You are not there. You will say a thing, and because of one problem, you say, there was when mommy died, I promised somebody. You know, somebody said, the grandma died now. The grandma will not be that was it. Mama does not work like that. When he say come Monday, is come Monday. If you come Tuesday, you say you are late. That's it. But it's mommy does just die. Wait till after the burial. That's it. I cannot go. I just go, Baba. He said, if mommy die now, the promise you made, I say, is mommy in my promise? Did I say, if mommy did not die, I mean, if mommy died, did I put that as a clause? He said, no. He said, I'm just thinking that the people you have promised, how do you fulfill it? I said, everybody that I promised, they must be foolish. He said, that guy was listening to it. He said, when we get there, what do we say? He said, what do I have to say? Baba is a careless person. Because he wants to greet him. Mommy say, mommy has not done this. Because that person has come to my house. He said, Obey the call. I said, oh, okay, she could see. Mommy. Oh, this is the Lord. And I was going out there. So the person came. He was telling me, oh, what do you do? He don't go somewhere. Somewhere, but he don't say, I need to tell you, I want to go shopping. He just said, Baba Muwa, and he came. He doesn't need to call me. Say, I thought because Baba died, I just said I should come and greet you. But I said, when did I say you should come? I said today. I said, what's your business? Are you going to bury her for me? He said, I'm sorry, sir. I don't like sorry. What exactly did I say? Say you see, you give me. Okay, I'll give you back. Okay. He said, no, sir. I said, what is your problem? He said, you remember, he said, my landlord said I should live there. He said, you give me. I said, how much is there? He said, 50,000. And that is her. I'm coming. I sure I need 50,000 men. Say, Yami. He will give me that. He said, is it because of the. I need that. You will not be going to your house and say to your landlord, if the mine is in a mortuary. He went back to that position. I don't think this guy has human feeling. I said, so human feeling is already died. I should begin to mourn. When I have my work, if I die in the morning, check what I know. Celestial Church. His best friend was sick and died. He went there and cried, but this is not the way we want it to. He went to him and died. They are not buried down, they buried him and before that one. I said, he died in the morning. Sometimes you must check yourself. Check yourself, check your life. That God, he said, I changed it not. You know in yourself you are wicked, you can turn so that you can receive much of his mercy. You know you are unbelieving, you can turn. He said return. Did he say so?
Yes.
And I will return. Some of you see God as a distant cousin. God is so far because in your life, all through till today, you are not even used to telling me anything. All you want to tell him is your rhetorical prayers. Temangba to normal. Oh, Ladwa, I've given you 2-3 methods of prayer today.
Yes.
You want to give thanks, you want to refer to his word. He didn't tell you. What he didn't tell you, don't lie against him. You read the Bible. When Pope changed the Bible, he will bring another one. I want to see whether you begin to still read that one. Because he will tell you that is the new Bible that God authenticates. Your children will read that Bible in school. So when you are preaching the man, there's something like that in the new Bible. When you want to preach Ezekiah, Ezekiel. He say, what, mommy, what is? Where is that in the Bible? I'm taking my Bible. So no, take this Bible. This one. Say, come with you. Because the school exam will be on that Bible, not on your old Bible. Then you begin to see the way the world changes. But God changed it not. Change your ways. Don't get too yoked, too conscious of the yoke, and learn the way. Jesus said they will separate them in the net. Did he say so? Yes. They will take this one and throw them back into hell. And then the one that is useful, you take it to him. Will you be the useful one? Nibo ni wa yowa, nibo le mi yowa, nibo la wa yowa, bataba fún wa lédìdì oko. Èmi yóò fògo rẹ̀ hàn. Èmi yóò gbógo rẹ̀ ga. Èmi yóò fọpẹ́ fún ọ. Bàbá yé jẹ́ kọ́lá rẹ̀ hàn lára mi. Where will you be? In the end of the throne. Will you be part of those who will rejoice? Part of those who will cry? Will you be accepted or rejected? The show of God is, I told you, if I were you, he has said he has not changed. I don't want to just live life. I want to live in life. I told you the difference. Some people just live life. Some people live in life. Who are you? Who will you be? If you have such a peculiar God that always loves to show himself so that you can be of value, of great value. Some of you choose to be devaluated. Àwọn ológun àná láti wọ́n ṣe ń jó orúkọ mi tí ìyanu ń ṣe. As some people must have one day say, Gabi, what other sign do we need? He said, do we need physical signs again? Do you need physical signs? I said, I don't even know. He said, let the sign be in your name. So that when anybody approaches us, they have the answer. He said, wow. See, that is the greatest sign. That's why Jesus gave you. They say, give us a sign. Say, wicked people are looking for signs. I'll give you no sign but the sign of Jonah. Did they throw Jesus in the sea? No. The shark swallowed Jesus. No. But he gave them the sign of Jonah. Say, you throw me into the air, I'll be out again. And then my name will run through. If the sign in your name is not evidential, you are useless. So all of you that are disobedient today, that are doing your way, going the way you want, it doesn't make a difference. The sign in your name will be lost. I told you your name carry 3 things. Did I?
Yes.
One? Eh?
The name of your country.
Uh-huh.
Name of your country.
Uh-huh.
Name of your sign.
That's all. Calling, purpose, and sign. You see, you only learn to forget. You are not running. Those are the things you should run after. But you forgot them. The sign of Jesus, you see, he shall be called Emmanuel. The sign. In the sign they say he shall be called Emmanuel, meaning God with us. So whenever he is, who is there?
God.
That's all. Now, if God is with us, we can through God, David said, through God we shall do millions.
Yes.
David that was only Jesus, that did not see Jesus. He used the sign. Through God I shall do valiant. What valiant thing, what exploit are you doing through that your God? When you use your God ordinarily, it cannot change. You should beg. Those who use God ordinarily will beg. Those who use God ordinarily will be demeaned, they will be down. What is not up to them will tread them down. But when you use God by exploits, valiantly, God will be in you. Next, you see him throw challenge at the enemies by himself. It was God that threw the challenge against them. Have you seen him? That nobody is like him in the world. That Job will be thrown down. God said, don't worry, I am doing it. Job wanted to disappoint God. God said, are you seeing? Do you know when I made the measurement of this? Do you know? Keep quiet. The devil at that time was almost laughing. Hey, I'm getting there. So God did call you. Recess. You know when they play ball, they do half time. So wait, stay. Hope you are not seeing. Do you know when I make the heaven and earth? Do you know when I give the sea his boundary? Do you know? He said, answer me if you know. Don't say. I don't know what that one is. So keep quiet. If you talk nonsense again, I will start. So yeah, on the march. You can't play the race. There's no time you go into a game and you go full time. There was boxing. There must be after you. There is recess. That recess, you know your coach will come there and say, hey, you did not beat you this way. So God was the coach and said, Joe, are you sick? You that I trusted that there's somebody like you on here. You are not. Were you there when give me the measurement of this thing? Were you there when the angels were singing heaven? What is this nonsense you are talking? You better be careful. Don't talk nonsense. And yeah, go. When he came, Koda! Then we say,
I have heard thee by the hearing of
yes.
Of now, eyes have seen thee.
Don't wait and go back. Then we say, you know, I don't use like that. Give me this. But I begin to do this guy. What? Short if you go in. Get money guy no one. You buy him food. Don't say, so waste my time. He said, oh, you come now. You come. I should go. Come. He fell down. He said, God, I have seen you now. And God said, okay, because you have seen me, go and pray for those people. Let me see if you have seen me truly. And then he prayed for them, and God gave him back all that was lost. All You cannot come to all that was lost except God tried you very well, and then you begin to see him, not by hearing it. That's why I said, when you hear, go back. For all of you that does not like seeing God, Job see God. Should be ready?
Yes, sir.
See, I've had preaching, I've had teachings, I've had sermon, I've had lectures. But now I see you. What happened?
Wherefore I humble myself and I repent in dust and ash.
What I have said, I was making mistakes. Yes?
And it was so that after the Lord had spoken this word unto Job, the Lord said to Eliphaz and his Temanite,
You go and 5 times to Job. Because I want to forgive you with Job. I don't want to make you enemies. Yes?
My wrath is kindled against thee,
Kindle against him.
kindled against thee, and against thy true friends.
Yes?
For ye have not spoken of me the thing that is right.
Yes?
As my servant
Job became entangled by the Akwa and the Okuta and the rest. Yes?
servant Job had therefore take unto you new 7 bullocks and 7 rams, and go to my servant Job, and offer up for yourself a burnt offering. And my servant Job shall pray for you, and for him will I accept.
Did you see God? Go and give Job offering, and he will pray for you. And I will accept for you, and I will redeem you. Yes?
Allah said, let I deal with you after your folly, in that ye have not spoken of me the things which is right.
Yes?
Like my servant Job.
Go, if you look at what God is saying, go and read what he said. And you see, most of the things you say today are what they said.
Job 42 from verse 1.
Most of the things God said, they did not speak of him, that which is right. And the things you are teaching today. I guess somebody should go and study such a thing. What did they say? This one said this, this one said this, this one said this. Write it out and see. God is saying it is not right. God changeth not. Maybe you know.
Yes.
Know that one. Walk by it and do valiantly. God bless us.
Amen.